The Beast of Gevaudan is widely heard amongst werewolf lore that the research I conducted is quite large and in-depth. This video has to be cut in two in order for it not to be so long for the viewers. In this video we'll be discussing a majority of the case, from victims, appearance, strengths, and weaknesses, and how it was even brought down. In the next video we will discuss the many possibilities of the beast. I'd like to thank the subscriber who requested this video. And I will also like to apologize ahead of time if any of my pronunciations of the words are incorrect. So, let's begin. Southeastern France was plagued with a killer from 1764 to 1767. It killed so fiercely that many of the peasants were caught between the supernatural and the reality, from possibly punishment from the god to werewolves, to hyenas, and to even serial killers. Until this day, we still don't know what really killed over 100 people. There are some accounts that say only 60 people were killed, and others that say 240 were attacked and 112 were killed. The victims vary in numbers, ages, and sex, but they were all the common folk. People who worked the fields or hunted, or children playing in the fields. I couldn't find detailed lists, but what I was able to find, I put into this list. Any that I bring up that are killed most likely were partially eaten, or even a few were sexually assaulted or of some undress. However, I couldn't find which particular ones those were, but they were mentioned during my studies. Here is a list of victims I was able to build up from the sources I've had. Again, apologies for any terrible readings of these words. Laval, September 8th, 1762. Boy disappears found partially eaten. This may or may not be the same beast. The pastor of Laval described the beast as very large wolf, color of burnt coffee with a stripe of black fur along the back. The belly is white and the head is very big and hairy. The tail is covered with fur like that of an ordinary wolf but longer, which resembles of the witnesses' accounts of the Beast of Gevaudan. Langunia, June 1764. Cow maiden. A young woman was tending her cattle in the fields when she saw a lupin creature rushing from the forest toward her. The beast, she claimed, was as large as a cow in height and was as so ferocious that even her dogs, who were used to wolves, ran away in fear. It looked like a wolf, she said, but covered in red fur. A white stripe ran down its chest, and it had a long tail with a tuft of fur at the end. Most would say she must have had exaggerated the size of this animal, but mind you, it was in a field with cows already. She had a comparison size right in front of her. Luckily for her, the beast was driven away by the bulls amongst her cattle. She got away not injured. Hubex, June 30th, 1764 to July 3rd, 1764, depending story. Jeanne Boulet, 14, considered first victim, partially eaten. August 6, 1764, young girl, killed. August 8th, 1764, young girl, killed, partially eaten. August 30th, 1764, cow maiden, 15, killed. September 1764, 2 boys. 2 bodies were found partially eaten. September 6, 1764, woman, found dead. October 8, 1764, 2 hunters. 2 hunters shot at it with several rifle balls from 10 paces. The beast limped off. They thought they ended the beast, but within a matter of days the killings resumed. End of October, 5 more children were discovered dead and brutally torn into pieces. November 25th, 1764, old woman, found dead, face ripped open. Ovania, end of November, 1764, 2 children killed. December 24th, 1764, young boy was killed. December 26, 1764, shepherd, found dead. End of December, 1764, 2 young girls found dead, partially eaten. Beginning of the new year, 3 more bodies found. Langunia, 1765. Emmett Martin, 40, found dead. Lièvre, January 12, 1765. Wolf attacked 7 children. The elder children were able to chase it away with sticks. Several more victims were found. January 18, 1765. 3 men were attacked but survived. They described it as huge, but extremely agile. It could rear up on its hind legs like a bear, but attacked from all 4s. End of January. 3 more victims found. Marujo, February 1st, 1765. A young man was attacked. His life was saved by his dog. February 9th, 1765. Girl, 14, found decapitated. February 17th, 1765. King Louis XIV sent Jean, Charles, Marc Antoine, and John Francis to kill the beast. They brought 8 bloodhounds who were trained in wolf hunting. They spent several months hunting wolves. The attacks continued. Jean Charles, who was an expert wolf hunter, left the area saying this: "The beast is no wolf." June 22nd, 1765. The king sent his own harquebus bearer and the lieutenant of the hunt to kill the wolf. August 1765. Marie-Jeanne Villette and her sister were walking home when they were attacked. Mary was able to fight off the beast with a lance and stabbed it in the chest. It is then said the beast put its hand against its chest before running off. September 21st, 1765. Antoine, lieutenant of the hunt, killed a large wolf measuring 5.6 feet long and 31 inches high, weighing 130 pounds. The wolf was called Le Loup des Chazes. This was the largest wolf caught ever. The animal was identified by victims as the beast. It was stuffed and sent to Versailles, where Antoine was received as a hero and received a large amount of money and titles. By now, 158 people had been attacked and 71 were killed. The attacks continued. December 2nd, 1765. In La Bessarres, Sainte Mary, 2 children were severely injured. One was 6 and one was 12. December 10th, 1765. A youth was injured in an attack. End of December, 2 small girls were found dead and savaged. June 17th, 1767. Jeanne Bastide, 19, became the beast's final victim. She was found with her throat torn apart. June 19th, 1767. 300 hunters searched the forest where the beast was last seen, but it was Jean Chastel and 12 huntsmen that finally got it. Jean Chastel is a man of 60, and while 12 huntsmen forced the beast into a clearing by rattling and banging items, Jean lay in wait. He was reading a prayer book, with his gun at his side and 2 blessed bullets ready to shoot. The creature stopped in front of him, and as it did, he shot 1 bullet through the animal's throat. The Beast of Gevaudan lay dead. Later on, rumors and writings by novelists say that the bullets were also silver. There were quite a few different versions of how the beast looked. This confused skeptics and made some believe it could have been more than one animal, or that the people who witnessed the beast were very panicked from the attack and were simply coming up with traits from fear. Here are the descriptions via body parts and in whole, so it might sound jumbled, but these are just some of the information that the witnesses put out. Wolf-like, size of a donkey or cow, wide-chested, quadrupled the size of a horse. Reminds witnesses of a bear, hyena, wolf, and panther mix. Reddish fur, gray with black streak of fur on back. Reddish fur with brown streak along its back. Black fur on its head. Fur on the belly was white. Muzzle was long, shaped like a greyhound's. Mouth big and filled with long teeth. Ears were long and straight. Ears were short, straight like a wolf. Big sparkling eyes like a calf. Paws had talons. Paws looked like hooves. Its paws were as big and strong as a bear's, with 6 claws, each the length of a finger. Long skinny tail with tuft of fur at the end. Long tail like a panther but thick and strong enough to use as a weapon. 130 pounds of lean muscle. Putrid smell. Some witnesses accounted walking on only hind legs. One farmer claimed he heard the beast speaking to him after it jumped 30 meters. In English, he said the beast said, "Do you not agree that for an old man of 90 years, this is not a bad jump?" A woman heading to mass saw a beast in the form of a wolf with brass buttons around the throat, as if the wolf's skin was an overcoat. Another woman on her way to church said she saw a shaggy man covered in dark fur who walked alongside her for part of the way. He disappeared after she screamed in the name of Christ. A woodsman saw a large, shaggy shape running along the woods floor on all fours, but it was the shape of a man. Strengths. Strength, speed, agility, all heightened compared to any normal animal described by victims. It attacks via the front of a victim, which is more feline-like than wolf. It can savagely rip through skin and cause decapitation, which signifies it has teeth that can bite through bone. This can come from hyenas and large felines along with wolves depending on prey. It attacked primarily the head and neck, but preferred eating the insides and left the rest. This is unlike a wolf or a hyena, which both eat their entire meals. It can also be described as walking on its hind legs, talking, and pouncing of 30 feet. Weaknesses. It can be wounded by rifle balls, but when shot, it survived the attack. Apparently, there were numerous scars on the body of the creature from attacks from before, so it can be hurt. What killed the beast is said to have been 2 blessed silver bullets, but this could have also been a rumor since there is no proof of this. As described in the victim's timeline, there were many attempts to kill the beast, from professional wolf hunters to peasants hunting wolves down. The lead professional wolf hunter of France at the time left the area after several months scouring the land with his son and his bloodhounds who were trained to hunt wolves, saying, "This beast is no wolf." Clermont-Ferrand guards were sent by the order of the king to hunt down the beast as well, but they succeeded in killing 74 wolves and no beast. The king sent his own lieutenant of the hunt, who also killed a beast of a wolf, brought it back for the king and found that it was the wrong beast. The killings continued. At one point, King Louis XIV sent a troop of light cavalry led by Captain Damamel to kill the beast. Since the beast favored females, some dressed as women. They shot at the beast, but it always managed to escape. Out of the blue, the attacks stopped, causing Damamel to believe the beast was dead. He left, and afterwards the slaughter continued. The king at this point, after he sent his own lieutenant of the hunt, gave up. He wanting to believe that he had solved the problem, that he needed not worry anymore. So the locals took it into their own hands, per usual back then. June 19th, 1967, 3 to 4 years after the attacks started. Locals arrived at Jean Chastel's house and asked for him to rid of the beast. He was known as a local hunter in the area and the only one who had a gun in the local region. He also knew animals well, for his son had a large Mastiff dog, whom was trained hunter as well. He got 2 silver bullets made from a medal depicting Our Lady, had it blessed, and went out into a field to wait. He had several men coax the beast out of the forest near his house by banging loud items. As he waited, he read a prayer book, and as he did, the beast leaped from the woods. He shot the beast twice, it is said at least, piercing the beast's heart, killing it. The animal was gutted, where they found a collarbone from a young girl. The beast was stuffed, carried throughout Gevaudan for 2 weeks before brought to Versailles. The carcass started to rot. One of 2 things happened after this, and no one's really sure which is to believe. They either burned the body or they buried it somewhere in the countryside. No one really knows. Due to this, we may never find out what truly was the beast. This is the end of part 1. In the next video, we'll be discussing theories on what the creature was, I believe, and events that happened afterwards. I also have a Patreon where I create videos on alien abductions, serious killers, cryptids, and more. If you'd like to support this channel, you can go on over there, or you can like, comment, and subscribe here. I'd also like to thank my supporting Patreon thus far, and thank you also, this subscriber, for bringing up this topic. See you in the next video.